Hello everyone, Watch Captain Kyrez here, and today we'll be changing it up a little bit. Instead of me just reading off what's on the screen, we're going to talk a little bit about some strategy that's been shown off from Games Workshop and their new previews for the new Chaos stuff. It's got me pretty excited about Chaos now. It has completely changed my outlook on from the Renegades and the Word Bearers preview, and let's go over why. Starting off, we have a command point generation farm. Starting with the Crimson Slaughter, their new rules. If a unit with this trait destroys a enemy unit, roll a d6. On a 5-up, you gain 1 command point. In addition, that unit automatically passes morale tests until the end of the turn. This would be amazing on Obliterators. Take a detachment of Crimson Slaughter, slap some Obliterators in it just for that. Boom. Instant command point farm. Those guys are going to kill stuff. Give them Marcus Slanesh. Get them to do Endless Cacophony. You're set for life. Yeah. You have command points, more than what you can spend going in with this. If you take a unit of Red Corsairs, they get Raiders from the Maelstrom. Units with this trait can advance and charge in the same turn. Yep, there you go. In addition, if a detachment contains 3 or more units with this trait, that detachment's command benefits are increased by 1 command point. That detachment's command benefits are increased by 3 command points if instead it contains 3 or more units of Chaos Space Marines with this trait. Wow. So you take a battalion, even if you just fill it with cultists, that battalion will give you 4 instead of 3. If you instead take 3 units of just bare bones Chaos Space Marines as troops, that battalion will now give you 8 instead of the base 5. Correction, as before it would give you 6 instead of the base 5. Now this will give you 8, which is insane. So you can basically take multiple relics almost for free if you just even have the base requirement for the Red Corsairs, which I conveniently made up in Battlescribe for you. This is the cheapest way you could just get those 8 CP. You take 2 Warp Smiths, which aren't terrible themselves, and 3 units of Chaos Space Marines. It's 315 points for 8 command points. I think it's well worth it. And you also can advance and charge with these guys. What else needs to be said? Warp Smiths on their own aren't too bad. They are, let's see if we can pull it up here, 60 points each. They have a pretty nice stat line. 6-inch move, 3-up weapon skill, ballistic skill of 2, strength 4, T4, 4 wounds, 3 attacks, 9 leadership, and a 2-up armor save built in at 60 points. They come with bolt pistol, a flamer, frag grenade, crack grenade, mecha tendrils, melt-a-gun, and a power axe, wrapped up in 60 points. Oh, and also they can heal friendly vehicles, which is pretty neat. And they can also curse enemy vehicles within 18 inches, which gives on a D6, 2-up, that vehicle suffers a mortal wound, which is pretty nice. You can just take things down a little bit here and there. For 60 points, I think Warp Smiths are really good. They're no slouch in combat. I mean, they come in with a power axe and the mecha tendrils, because each time the Sparrow fights, it can make 2 additional attacks with this weapon as the mecha tendrils. Yeah, they're all around solid HQ and dirt cheap. The cheapest HQ that Chaos have access to, which makes this whole 8 CP battalion amazing. So there you have those 2 detachments coming in. And something else they previewed for us today from the Word Bearers, which is not strictly a Word Bearers thing, are the new Dark Apostles. They did show us their new models, which are right here. This guy right here, and he's got 2 little minions with him, carrying books and chains and what have you. But what the Dark Apostles bring to the table now is something altogether new. They have this new little ability here. This model can chant prayers. It knows the Dark Zealotry prayer, seen below, and one prayer from the prayers to the Dark Gods. At the start of each battle round, you can pick one of the prayers this model knows and roll a d6. On a 3-up, the prayer is heard. That prayer takes effect until the end of that battle round. The same prayer cannot be chanted more than once per battle round in any model in your army. Sorry, got tongue-tied. The same prayer cannot be chanted more than once per battle round by any model in your army, whether it is heard or not. So that way, if you take multiple Dark Apostles, they can't just continuously change. It's like psychic powers now. Dark Zealotry. If this prayer is heard, you can reroll hit rolls in the fight phase for attacks made by friendly Legion units while they are within 6 inches of this priest. Holy cow. Wow. Praise the Dark Gods. So, all of a sudden, now things are... Games Workshop's adding in a whole new thing. You start at the... start at each battle round. Ooh. Just gives you a whole extra bit of fluff that you can add into your games. This guy's just preaching to the choir. And this first one, the Dark Zealotry, just allowing all re-rolls to hit in the fight phase. Is pretty good. So that ignores all of your negative modifiers. Is insane. And there are 6 other prayers to the Dark Gods to choose from, and an additional prayer dedicated to each of the 4 Chaos Gods in your Dark Apostles, if your Dark Apostles bear their mark. Crap. And they give another one down here below, Omen of Potency. If this prayer is heard, add 3 to the priest's attack characteristic. In addition, if this prayer is heard, this priest's melee weapons have an armor penetration characteristic of -4. Dark Apostles by themselves are a little beat sticky, especially if you give them the Black Mace, which gives them +3 strength, and it's -2 and 2 damage. Now, Dark Apostles base have 3 attacks. You get this off, you're at 6 attacks, at strength 7, hitting on 2s, rerolling, -4, 2 damage each. Yeah. Goodbye Terminators. Anything light vehicle-ish. He'll probably crush Dreadnoughts by himself. All at 74, 76 points. Pretty insane. And again, these guys do not need to be word bearers. They can be in Red Corsairs, they can be in any other detachment, and they still have all this, and we don't even know what the other ones do. I am sure that there's going to be a plus strength, plus attacks. Prayers, I guess. I guess they pray better than the Emperor's guys. Man, I just can't even fathom. I've been list building all day, just trying to get the maximum out of this, just this stuff that I know now, and I've already built a 2,000 point list around it, and it is looking pretty nasty. I really want to play test it. And some more going on with the Dark Apostle, the 2 little minions that he coming with around him. They're called Relics of Corruption. While any friendly Legion Dark Disciples are within 2 inches of a friendly Legion Dark Apostle, add 1 to dice rolls to see if a prayer chanted by that Dark Apostle is heard. So there you go again. Your 3-up now becomes a 2-up. And don't forget you have all your CP farm, so you don't mind re-rolling that 1 in case you fail somehow. Crazy, crazy, crazy good. Now I'm starting to get a little bit more faith into the Chaos book and really looking forward to Vigilus Ablaze and possibly bringing out my old Chaos models. But anyways, folks, that's it for today. Thank you for listening. If you liked the video, please consider subscribing and give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, leave a comment down below. Thanks for watching.